Hey everyone, I'm Sakar, and we're going to finish out our meta week with our base Arcanist. We have done every other base class in the game. We've done base Nightblade, DK Sword, you name it. We've done all the other ones. So let's finish out strong and get this Arcanist build out there for you guys. I'm not going to waste your time any further. Let's get started. So we're going to be a Khajiit Arcanist. I think that Khajiit is probably best in slot for this because Khajiit, I use Arcanist on both PvP and PvE. So I think that they're both really good. And Khajiit, I think, just really kind of checks all ththose boxes. If you don't want to do the Khajiit, and if you have other classes or other races, I think that's some things that would be really good. Things like Imperial, Nord, things even like Dark Elf would be strong. But personally, I think Khajiit is probably the best race in the game right now with how high the crit percentage and crit damage is. So personally, I think Khajiit's the best way to go. As far as our attributes go, we're going to have 0 points into magic, 57 points into health, and 7 points into stamina. That gives us a max magic pool of 16.3k, a max health pool of 37.6k, and a max stam pool of 18.3k. We're going to be using Orzorga Smoked Bear Haunch or Jewels of Mizrael, whichever one you have. Jewels of Mizrael is a much cheaper option that I highly recommend. It's going to increase your overall max health while also increasing your stamina and magic recovery. We're also going to be Vampire Stage 1. I like to keep it just in case, but I don't really use it too much anymore. And then I'm using Thief Mundus to increase our overall critical percentage. As far as our sets go, we're going to be using Marsalok as our monster set. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with our status effects and everything like that. So it is a very status effect heavy build, and that's why we're doing, because the passives for it are phenomenal. So Marsalok is the best way to go for that. We're going to be using a heavy impen helmet and a medium impen shoulder. Marsalok, if you don't know what it does, gives you a line of max stamina, and then the two pieces, when you deal damage with a melee heavy attack, you spew a cone of corruption, dealing 7,100 disease damage to enemies over 4 seconds. This damage is increased by 10% for each negative effect the enemies have, up to a maximum of 300%. So we have so many negative effects on this build, like incredible amounts. I'm telling you, that damage is usually buffed by a minimum of 60 to 70% at all times, which is great. We're not even buffed up yet on here, so it's great. We also have One Piece Heavy Trainee in Reinforced for our chest piece. And then also for our body pieces at all times, we're going to be using Wretched Vitality, medium impen hands for that. So Wretched Vitality, what it does is it gives you a line of magic recovery, stam recovery, weapon, and spell damage. And then while in combat, applying a major buff or debuff with a duration to a target, it's going to grant you 260 magic and stam recovery for 15 seconds. Same thing with a minor buff or debuff, it's going to give you 130 magic and stam recovery. So if you activate an ability like Race Against Time, it's going to give you major expedition, it's going to give you minor force. So that requires that meets both conditions of it. So that procs it automatically. And there are a lot of other abilities that do it. And since we have it on the body at all times, it's very easy to keep up at all times. It's going to give you a ton of recovery. I love it. We also have One Piece Druid Sash in Light Impen. I'm using this because we want to get our health up as high as possible. So One Piece Trainee, One Piece Druid, that gets our health up a lot higher. I really like it. We're using Heavy Impen Legs of Wretched Vitality and medium well-fitted boots of Wretched Vitality. As far as our mythic goes, we're going to use Monomyth because I've used Monomyth on every single other class, and I personally think that's still the best here. If you don't have Monomyth, some other really good options. I think Deathdealer's Fate works really, really well with Arcanist. I think Deathdealer's might actually be probably one of the best. I just think Monomyth is slightly better for this. And also, if you don't have it, another thing that would work really well in this is Satan the Seducer. I would not recommend Markin on this build since you only have one 5-piece set. So don't use Markin because you would only get one bonus instead of 2 like you normally do on most builds. And then we're going to be using Wretched Vitality Ring and... Oh, wait, I didn't even tell you what Monomyth does. Sorry. Protective weapon and spell damage from Monomyth. What it does is while on your front bar, you're going to get Major Force and Minor Berserk. So it's going to seriously increase your critical damage while also increasing your base damage as well. So that's great. And then also it's going to give you Major Protection and Minor Vitality, which increases your overall tankiness as well as your overall healing. So that's awesome as well. And then for our other 2 pieces of jewelry, they're going to be Wretched Vitality, both ring and necklace. Both are going to be protective with weapon and spell damage enchantments. Front bar is going to be Master's Dual-Wield Maces. Main hand is going to be Nirnhoned with a disease enchantment on it. Offhand will be charged with a physical damage enchantment on it. Master's Maces, it's basically going to give you, I'm using the perfected version, so it's going to give us a little bit of extra crit chance. And then the 2-piece is the Twin Slashes, deal 923 more damage for each of the initial attack and the bleed. So it's giving you a lot of extra pressure on your Twin Slashes abilities, which is great for your overall damage. Also, back bar, we're using Vadistron's Perfected Ice Staff in the defending trait with an increased weapon and spell damage enchantment on it. What it does is it attaches a link, a tether to you and your enemy, and with it lasts for 10 seconds, and every second it's going to deal either 1,500 flame, shock, or frost damage every 1 second, and then which is also going to be increased by 1% each time it deals damage. So that's amazing extra pressure. Applying that, it's going to apply a bunch of extra status effects too, which is going to buff our Marsalok. It's great overall. I love it. As far as our skills go, we're going to be using Rending Slashes as our main spammable. This is a great source of extra damage. It's getting buffed by your Master's Dual-Wield Maces. Also, it's going to be applying the Hemorrhaging status effect, which is a singular status effect already. We're going to get more, guys. We're going to get more status effects. Don't worry. Also, we have Rune of the Colorless Pull, which is basically a great CC to have on your enemies. Also, this is going to be applying minor vulnerability and minor brittle to your enemies. So it's going to be increasing their damage taken by 5% and increases their critical damage taken by 10%. So it's a great way to just line up so much extra damage. Also, we have Recuperative Treatise, which is going to be your source of major brutality and sorcery, increasing your weapon and spell damage by 20%. Also, every 5 seconds, you're going to be doing a little bit of damage, and you're going to be getting 600 magic and stand back too. So it's great for a little bit of extra damage. It's great for some overall resource sustain. It's a great ability. Also, I've got Cephaliarch's Flail, which is a nice little bit of burst damage, but what I do a lot of the times is I open up with this whenever I'm trying to do damage to people. As far as my CC combo goes, I hit this first because it mobilizes them. They're not CC'd completely, but they're mobilized. And so what a lot of people do next is they roll dodge, right? And right when they start to roll dodge, you hit the Rune of the Colorless Pool, and then they get CC'd. So they waste double the stamina by both roll dodging and then CC breaking the Rune of the Colorless Pool. That is a great way to catch your enemies and drain their stamina every time. So also enemies that are going to be hit by this are dealing 5% increased damage as well. So look, I'll take all the extra increased damage that I can take. Also, we've got Cruxweaver's Armor, which is going to be our source of Major Resolve, increasing our armor by 6,000. Also, while the armor persists, taking damage is going to apply minor breach to the enemies, reducing the enemy's physical and spell resistance by 6,000 or 3,000. Sorry, by 3,000. So it's great for your overall damage on other people too. Then I've got Thriving Chaos, which is a nice little dual-wield ultimate. It hits so unbelievably hard. It's going to be a nice dot over 8 seconds. It's going to be healing you for 56% of the damage done. So that's awesome for that. Also, each enemy hit is going to increase the damage done by your overall damage done by 6% for 15 seconds. And that can stack up to 6 times, I believe. Yeah, 6 times. So if you hit multiple people with this, your overall damage is getting increased significantly. So all those status effects that you have on people, all those bleeds that you have from rending and everything, your damage is increasing so much. Also, each tick is going to apply the hemorrhaging status effect, but that is a great way to just kind of put so much pressure onto the enemies. Also, I'm using Impervious Rune Ward, which is going to be a big shield that you get more or less that really mitigates a lot of damage. Also, the first time you take direct damage, you're going to be retaliating and doing a little bit of magic damage back to them, which is awesome. And so consuming a Crux is going to also heal you for a bunch every time you have, then the more Cruxes you have, the more you heal. So it's a great way to kind of just keep your defenses up. I've also got Race Against Time, which is going to be our source of major expedition and minor force. So it's going to increase our overall movement speed by 30%, increase our critical damage by 10%. Also, it's going to remove all immobilizations and snares to you. So if you're locked down, you can't move, you hit this, you're fast. It's great. You get out of situations a lot easier. We got Rumenguard of Freedom, which is going to be a lot of things in one. It's going to give us it's going to give us minor resolve, which is going to increase our armor by 3,000. Also, you're going to be getting minor protection for 20 seconds, so it's going to reduce our damage taken by 5%. Also, the first time you take damage while below 50% health, minor protection will be consumed, so you will not have that anymore, but you will get 6,300 health, scaling off your max health, and then you're also going to gain 300 armor and CC immunity for 7 seconds. And then the immunity can only occur once every 30 seconds, but still it's phenomenal because it's going to be able to keep you alive a lot better. I'm also using Evolving Rune Mend, which is a nice kind of little burst heal over time in a way. You're going to be healing for 3,700 health real quick, 3 times, which is basically, what is that? Almost 12,000, almost 11,000. I think it's almost 11,000-ish. And then you're also going to be getting a little bit of health over 6 seconds as well, the 4,000 health. So it's great for your overall healing. It's kind of a really good burst heal and also helps your allies as well. So that's why I like it. Also, we have Ellie's Susceptibility, which is going to be your source of major breach on your enemies, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 6,000. Also, every 7.5 seconds, the enemy is going to be afflicted with the burning, chilled, and concussion status effects. Again, those are 3 extra status effects that you can put on your enemy. So between that, also the rending slashes, that's 4 status effects. Also on our Master's Dual Wield, we have disease, so that's 5. It's great. Like overall, your damage is insane with that. And then back bar, we have Sanctum of the Abyssal Sea as our ultimate. You're going to basically put a giant shield around you for 10 seconds, and it's going to absorb 60% of the damage that you take. So it's a great way to mitigate a lot of incoming damage. Once that shield is done, once the 10 seconds are up, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to however much damage you took in that. You're going to be doing damage in a nice little AoE around you for the next 10 seconds too. So it's going to be a great way to kind of lash out and kind of catch a lot of enemies off guard, because you're going to be absorbing a lot of damage, and during that time you can kind of go offensive again, and then you could really, really go offensive once that bubble pops, and it's amazing. As far as our champion points go, our blue slottables are going to be Force of Nature, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes, and Focus Mending. Our red slottables are going to be Celerity, Survival Instincts, Sustained by Suffering, and Pain's Refuge. And our green tree, what we really care about is, we really care about Breakfall. It's the most important one. Rationer is very important, and Liquid Efficiency. And if you're still leveling up skills, which I guess I forgot to do it on this character, Discipline Artisan is very important as well. Increase your experience gain for currently active skills in their skill lines by 15%. So don't forget to have that on if you're still leveling up skills and skill lines. And that is all of our meta week. We went over every single class from Nightblade to DK to Sorcerer to Templar to Warden to Necromancer and now Arcanist. I had a lot of fun with this. Are there any kind of series that you'd like to see where I'd cover whatever skill lines or whatever class lines? I'd love to hear your guys' input. I'd really appreciate you guys letting me know. I really hope that you enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun putting it together. It was something that I really thought that a lot of people would want, because I know a lot of people do like subclassing and a lot of people don't like subclassing. So this is the kind of thing where I want to do it for the people who don't like subclassing. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later. There we go. Ooh. Whoa. All right. That was weird. All right, well, we got one already, so that's good. There's a defensive sigil right here, so I'm gonna try and get this real quick if I can. Thank you. Cool, 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 cool. That's good. See, like, there's a lot of people. Yeah, I need to make sure that I am. Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of dot damage this dude is taking right there. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give him a second, because they're in their bubble and they're not really. That. I think this is good right now. I hear something going on. I think my cat's like messing up with. I don't know. There we go. That's one guy about to be. Okay, that's one down. Good. All right, so Arcanist isn't bad for certain abilities. Thank you. Appreciate that little bit of help from my team right there with the heals. I'm gonna... all right, I've got my dots on now. That's good. I'm glad I got my Mars slot proc on. That's good. That's good. As you can see, guys, it does do pretty well here. I'm gonna get a heavy tech in right there and one more, so that, you know what? I'm taking a lot of damage right there. If I can get this dude, he does not have that much HP. I need to play defensive. I'm dead there. Yeah, I'm dead. Come on, team! I was hoping for a little bit of cross heals, but look, I went way too hard by myself. That's unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate. That's my own fault. 3-1 though so far isn't bad. Like, look, it's a pure Arcanist. Like, this is not ideal whatsoever, but all right, I want to dot that person up. That's That's nice. Cool, 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 cool. We're able to hold that properly. About 15 seconds, 20 seconds until the Sigils Part 2 spawn. So I'm kind of just staying in the back line real quick. They're going to be spawning soon enough. So I should have, you know what I should, oh well. I'm trying to see if, ooh, there's a damage sigil right there. Oh, it's okay. The 46 KHP gamer got it. I'm not worried about that. That's good. That's good. That's so much damage. That's really good for me. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so we're doing pretty well so far. I'm gonna get this defensive sigil, and then I'm gonna go into their base and see what's up with that. Our team dropped that? Like, bro, where were they going? Why couldn't you just... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so... Hi. Rending. That. That's okay. I'm trying to get my Marslog to proc on him. He's taking a lot of damage. Like, he's got 46 HP, and, like, I'm basically doing all his health bar of damage. Hi. Do you want to fight? That's, again, that's a lot of damage, but... I think I'm just having a little bit of a tough time keeping my buffs up here, and that's my own fault. It's my own fault, I would say. So it's tough. Like, I think it's good, but in a subclassing meta, it's just like not great, you know? That guy just got hit by 2 Marsalocks. Ooh, I need to heal myself. I need some stam back too, man. I need some stam back desperately. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so I see somebody over here. What's going on over here? That was a good little rending. Now I've got all my dots on him. Now I can stun him, and then... Beautiful. GG's on that one. I'm just going to keep on dotting this side down. Again, same thing where it's just like... If I just... Yeah, like as a tank, but like it's not... He's not too tanky. Which is fine. I think we're doing fine, though. That's kind of getting annoying. That's nice. Dude, we're cleaning house right now. It's the same tank. Again, I'm really bad at keeping my buffs up on here. I'm just not really paying attention to that. Okay, I think that the healing's getting a little bit better. Beautiful. Absolutely just rolled. Okay, we're doing a lot better with this now. We're doing a lot better with this now. Got this. Grab that. Thank you. I'm just trying to do damage to everybody right there. Just trying to keep as much pressure out there as possible. I just heard a sigil spawn. I think it was the one down below. Trying to see what it is. Damage sigil. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'll take that. Then I'm going to go and just... Now. Nope. Beautiful so far. Oh my goodness. I do need to back up for a second. I think that I can grab the... I don't have enough resources back. I can't. I was locked down on resources. I didn't realize that more than one person was chasing after me right there. It is what it is. Still 7-2. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. On a pure Arcanist, I think that's pretty good. I think that's really good. I think that if I was on like an actual like subclassing build, obviously I would be doing a lot better because they're a lot stronger. I'm more used to them. I'm more akin to them. I think Arcanist, if you're just doing base Arcanist, it's just not really worth it too much at this point. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to. Bro, that is so much damage. I thought that. I honestly, you know what? I hit them all with a dual wield ult, and I was hoping for a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I thought that I was gonna do a little bit more damage, but I guess not. I've got a lot of damage out here so far. 1.1 mil. That's a lot of damage. I'm dying a lot. I'm not really the biggest fan of like pure Arcanist. I never have been. It's never really been my favorite playstyle. I definitely think that if you do enjoy it, this build is really strong. I think it's really, really strong because you can just do stuff like that. And it's just kind of gross. I'm trying to heal myself, but it's kind of difficult sometimes. If I could just keep that out there, my rending out there, that's nice. I gotta keep my buffs up. I'm just keeping my rendings out there on as many people as possible. I'm just trying to put my dots out there on literally everybody. Literally everybody. Dots, dots, dots. Major breach, major breach, major breach. My... Ooh, I don't know who just got... I think that... Okay, an ally just got that. Okay, we're good. I want to get this, dude. Nice, just got that one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think we're doing pretty well with that. Nice, nice. I'm trying. That's a lot of damage. My goodness, is that a lot of damage? I don't know, man. I feel like I hit a... I feel like it gets to a point where you just kind of hit a wall, more or less, on these kinds of builds. I'm trying. I feel like right now I've hit that wall where it's just like, well, you're just kind of stuck playing Buff Simulator. I don't know, man. It's not that it's bad, but it's just like, I'm just not the biggest fan of pure classes anymore. I just don't think they're that great. That's another one down. That's nice. I'm trying to break CC, but dude, my stamp sustain's awful right now. I was hoping for a sigil down below. I was hoping that maybe chase me a little bit too, but they were not doing that. Like, as you can see, my sustain right now is just non-existent. I'm gonna try. It's just not, dude, like, I've got 4K stam right there and it's just not going off. Nah, man, it's just not that great. It's not that it's bad, like, I'm telling you, like, it's good. It just, I don't know, man. I feel like the more I play this, the more I'm like, dude, I miss subclassing. And I think that anybody who just, like, I get that why people don't like subclassing, but I'm telling you, it's good. I need to back up and I need to play with some teammates right there. I'm trying to heal him. I hit my heal on him. I think that this guy can get got. Yeah, that dude's gonna take dot damage for days. Ooh, I'm in the wrong bar. There we go. I think I got that dude with a Ellie sus actually at the last second. That's nice. Bruh, I'm ravenous right now. Bro, I'm rolling everybody. I'm rolling everybody. Oh, somebody heal me. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Bro, I had that. That was nice. Like, dude, this is a... Oh. Oh, no, I need to block that. There we go. I want to make sure that they didn't get it. I think I might have gotten a few. I think I'm probably missed most of them. Like, dude. I don't know, man. Nope. Please. Of course I died to fall damage. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. 16-4 isn't bad. Honestly, look, all this thing about me being like, it's not bad. Like, bro, I'm still 16-4 at the end of the day on this build right here. You know what? Even with all that damage mitigation from that bubble, still not enough, dude. Still not enough. So I love that. You know what? That's a lot of damage on that, dude. I'm gonna see if I know it's pretty late in the game for it. I'm gonna see if I can make a big boy play real quick and try and get that sigil over here and then grab that chaos or the relic, whatever you want to call it. I want to see if I can get it. We'll see. I want to see. I don't think I have time. Nah. Well, I was able to distract him enough at the end there, so that's good. But hey, look, 9 seconds left. GG. I had fun. I had fun playing pure Arcanist. I do stand by this build. I do stand by the build. At the end of the day, I went 16-4 on a build where I wasn't sure about it going into that. I haven't played something like this in a while, so overall, I'm happy with it. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed. Do me a giant favor, hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.